Alright, boys. We did Naruto. We did Naruto 3 times, actually. We did One Piece. We did the Bleach openings. I think it's about time we wrap up this big 3 talk, am I right? Every ending in Bleach ranked from worst to best. For most anime, every opening we get usually like 2 endings, right? So however many openings Bleach has, you can just double that and there you go. 30 endings from the original series to go with the 15 openings, but also one more because we finally have the 1,000-Year Blood War. The first core, at least. Finally, it only took 10 years. 31 endings for now. I'm sure there will be more coming. This video will probably be out of date in like 3 months. But then, of course, we can't forget about the movies, man. Bleach has 4 movies currently, and they each have their own unique ending songs, so actually that's perfect because now we're at a nice round 35. Satisfying. But, of course, I always love messing a good thing up and over-tweaking until the point of apathy. So, I'm actually going to raise you one more and throw in a surprise pick, which we'll get to. If you know, you know. Just like all my other ranking videos, playlists in the description below. I got 4 categories I use to help me rank, help me elaborate my thoughts, I guess, on why I placed wherever Those categories are music, does it slap, art and animation, plot, because it does affect my memories of the series, how I felt about it at the time, and of course, the almighty, intangible nostalgia factor. Full transparency, I'm actually running low on ideas for ranking videos in the future, so please leave any suggestions on what you would like to see me rank next in the comments below. I'm even down to redo some stuff if the video is old enough. But for now, let's just get started, shall we? With every Bleach ending ranked from worst to best.
Drown in it!
Number 36. Okay, I feel kind of bad about ranking this last because the animators really did their thing here. Like the autumn leaves turning into snowflakes is cool. Ichigo back to back with Byakuya wearing the Senbon Sakura mask is cool, surrounded by these fire pits things. It looks like some type of tribal sacrificial ceremony. These embers look realistic as hell. And the scene at the beginning, of Rukia chilling by a pond outside of the Saihete is cool and all, but I don't know, and maybe it's just me. Every time I watch this ending working on this video, I zone out just a little bit. I just don't really care. You know, the Muramasa Zanpakuto filler arc is a cool side story about the Kuchiki clan and all that, I guess. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I watched any of the Bleach filler. Not in my first run through the series, that is. Song is fine. You gotta respect the singing here, but it does kind of put me to sleep, not gonna lie. Definitely not one of the hardest Bleach ballads out there, if you ask me. Again, the animators put their foot in this one, I'm gonna be honest. But man, even just talking about this ending makes me yawn, I'm not gonna lie. If this ending was cereal, then it would be Raisin Bran. Boring! Number 35. Alright, at least this one got a bit more energy to it. We've reached the first movie ending on the list, ladies and gentlemen. The second Bleach movie. Gekijoban Burichi za Diamond Dust Rebellion mo Hitotsu no Hyorin Maru! I'm sorry, I really got into that one. AKA the Diamond Dust Rebellion, the Toshiro movie, and probably my favorite looking Bleach movie as well. This movie is beautiful. The ending isn't anything too special, but man, you gotta appreciate just all the detail here in this ice tower, in this entire landscape for that matter. The ending is just one long zooming out shot of Sokyoku Hill, the site for the final battle of this movie against Sojiro Kusaka, one of Toshiro's friends from long ago. Again, the song is fine. Sambo Master is great, you know, but I don't think this even comes close to any of the songs they've given to Naruto and Boruto. I wouldn't say I dislike this ending, but compared to the other 3 movies, it is just kinda It's cool. Number 34. In terms of upbeat Bleach endings, not one of my favorites, but enjoyable nonetheless. It's about time we got some up-tempo shit. It's enough to put it over a movie ending. Here we just have a bunch of images of the main cast, that being Ichigo, Rukia, Orihime, Uryu, and Chad, all with these solid colors and really thick, bold outlines to give it a real, I don't know, like a coloring book type of feel. That's what it's giving. That's what the girls say. And then you got all the mod souls just fucking around in between. Prepare yourself to see these guys a lot. The endings are their home. And yeah, that's about it for this one. Most of this ending is just a plain black background, but the images we get here are really well done, and the song is cool. Not in my top 30 or anything, doesn't blow me away or anything, but just very quirky and overall just a harmless, fun song. Quick side tangent, the Bounce arc is my favorite filler arc in all of Bleach. A, because it's probably the most well-placed filler arc, a great palette cleanser in between two huge arcs like the Soul Society arc and the Arrancar saga. And then B, because it actually gave Kon some friends. Manga Kon is so lonely. Number 33. This is another one of those quirky upbeat endings to help add some much needed levity to a series like Bleach, which is just 90% depressing emo existential crisis, turn around and die type energy, and like 10% boob jokes. What would we do without you, Urahara? This ending comes during the thick of the Soul Society arc, so let me tell you, going from Rukia's flashback where she kills Kai and Shiba, allegedly, her only friend upon joining the Koete, real depressing shit, while also preparing for her impending execution. Going from that to this, it's a bit jarring, to say the least. But hey, after all that, I actually welcome a fair bit of silliness. This ending is just a showcase of everyone in their downtime, basically. Ichigo and his classmates in the world of the living. Wow, remember when Orihime, had regular-sized boobs? And then a bunch of the Shinigami just hanging around the Saihete. This is the sassiest Kenpachi has ever looked in life. Yes, queen. Yuzu tries to set up a family photo with her and her siblings in the background. And again, like I said, harmless, wacky fun to balance out all of Rukia's self-loathing depression. Turn around and die!
I saw you, and then you saw me, and then you saw me, and then I saw you. I'm fucking ready, bruh.
Number 32. It's time for Bleach 2K, everybody. This song is great. June sounds just like the one and only Justin Timberlake in his prime, man. Legit sounds like a song I could hear playing on the radio in the actual world of the living. Now, this is just another showcase of the members of the Koete. We'll be seeing this a lot. So it definitely isn't, the most creative ending in the world or anything, but the character designs here are on point, man. And this canvasy texture here, it really gives everything a nice calligraphic aesthetic, I think. Even though there isn't any actual writing. I really enjoy Byakuya, Kenpachi, and Hitsugaya in this ending, bruh. Representing the 3 seasons, spring, autumn, and winter. And then the shot of Renji using his Bankai is also cold as hell. But other than that, yeah, again, nothing really in this ending that speaks to me. This is the bottom 30s. This, what do you really expect from me? But still, a pretty groovy ending song to help close out the Bounce arc, I must say. Yo, shout out to whoever made this beat. Number 31. The Mod Souls are back for a lovely little trip through Hueco Mundo, and this honestly sounds like the type of song I could hear in, I don't know, like a chibi Bleach spinoff or something. A very happy, sweet little jingle that's honestly just really easy on the ears. Here we see the mod souls with Kon riding on Yoruichi in her cat form, walking past a long panoramic shot of a bunch of characters from the Arrancar saga in the background. We got the Espada, Ichigo and his friends battling their way through Hueco Mundo. Everyone besides Ichigo, that is. Get a move on, my boy. This is no time for resting! And then a bunch of Ichigo's other friends. You know, the Urahara crew. A bunch of the other Shinigami towards the end. The gang's all here. It's another pretty basic ending that isn't bad, but I already have like 3 other series right now in my head that have this same exact type of ending. This ain't reinventing the wheel or anything here. I guess I ended up hitting this over Baby It's You though, just because seeing the background get colored in once it comes into the mod souls frame here, it's weirdly satisfying. And also because like I just like how Kon breaks halfway through the ending and then he just has to stay like that for the rest of it. It's Kon has seen better days, bro. This is what happens when you play too much, my boy. Number 30. This ending is like weirdly psychedelic. I don't know. The studio went crazy with the blues, greens, and yellows is basically what I'm saying. It may not be as detailed and as immaculate as some of the stuff that comes next, but it is definitely one of the more out there endings stylistically, and I love it for that. The coolest aspect about this entire ending to me is that it's focused around everyone's Zanpakuto spirits. I absolutely adore this section of the ending where both Shinigami and Zanpakuto spirit are side by side, you know, lighting up individually like they're casino lights or something. It's awesome. It's a very urban nightlife type of vibe. This was during the Zanpakuto Unknown Tales arc, the Muramasa arc, where everyone's Zanpakuto manifested as actual people, so it makes sense that we at least get one ending showing them all off like this. We even see them all turning back into their sword forms towards the end. Still a pretty forgettable ending for me because, well, Bleach filler, but I still really like the concept of this ending, and whether it's the music or literally all the colors ever, it's great. Again, like a mix of urban, after dark nightlife, and I guess like 70s punk vibes here. Definitely one of the most unique endings in Bleach. Number 29. I mean, it's technically not Bleach, but then again, it also technically is Bleach because it might be a completely different series, but it's from the same author, for one, and it's meant to take place in the same universe that Bleach does. Saihete is the East Branch of Soul Society, Reverse London is the West Branch. Honestly, I just put this here to get a chance to talk about Burn the Witch. What, like, did everyone just forget this was a thing? I mean, I get it, 1,000-Year Blood War going crazy and all that. I am one of the people that did not forget that Season 2 Burn the Witch announcement. Yes, I'm still waiting. Manga, anime, whatever. We deserve more Burn the Witch. But yeah, about the ending. My God, man, this is absolutely stunning. I've been looking for something to really grab my attention like this so far on the list. Top 30 material instantly. This is some of the most realistic looking, vibrant, and intricately detailed background art that I've seen probably in all of anime. Like, I'm talking Your Name levels of breathtaking visuals here. It's amazing. Just look at it. The studio behind this, Studio Colorido, absolutely put their foot in this anime adaptation. The name translates to rich in color, at least from Portuguese, and damn do they make good on that name here. Anytime I see the skies in descending, man, you know what I say? Number 28. Well, we got our first appearance of cherry blossoms in this video. I feel like every anime at some point uses cherry blossoms. This introduction sequence of Ichigo is great, man. inside a silhouette of him, we see his dad, Isshin, Uryu's dad, Ryuken, and Shinji and Hiyori because, you know, this was around the time just before Ichigo's visor training began. All the characters at play here. I love how it switches to Rukia as soon as the lyrics start talking about running up a steep and sunny hill. Just a neat little callback to the Soul Society arc. But what I love the most is Rangiku's boob animation here. This is peak. I mean, goddamn, man. Yeah! More cherry blossom petals up next, this time kind of being like our window into all the things on Ichigo's psyche at the time, like Ukiura, Aizen, Holification. Until then, all of his friends arrive to comfort him at the very end. Overall, just the really creative usage of the cherry blossoms. These emotional ballad type of endings just keep getting better and better, and Rangiku was mommy confirmed. Yeah! Number 27. Ah, yes. The movie that I just haven't been able to escape ever since dropping that power scaling video a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but you see, Ichigo can actually be scaled to be multiversal because, see, in the Hellverse movie, he makes a Sero that breaks through every level of hell, you know, and dimensions in Bleach are obviously all infinite in size. Even though the kanji can have multiple meanings, yeah, that doesn't matter. The fact that the author came out and said that he actually hated the movie, it doesn't matter because Ichigo's clearly multiversal. Here's a mistranslated scan I had from like 15 years ago to prove it. Haha, you suck, kill yourself, bozo.
Toxicity to the side. By the way, a redo of that video is coming soon. This movie is actually pretty good. Both this and Fade to Black are my go-to Bleach movies, I would say. Compared to all the other movie endings, this is the only one with actual animation though. Ichigo, Rukia, Renji, and Uryu making their way back to Karakura Town after the big final battle, complete with J-pop, rock, dance music in the background. Man, the way Ichigo looks at Orihime here, after saving everybody from falling to their deaths, it's just so wholesome. How could anyone still believe in Ichirukia after seeing something like this? And then Renji and Uryu give Chad like this similar type of look. I find that hilarious. We all deserve somebody to look at us like Uryu looks at Chad. Where's the Uryu and Chad shippers at? And yeah, that's it. Eventually it just fades to black and the rest of the song plays us out. This ending is clean enough for me to rank it above the Burn the Witch ending, but it's still not much. And the song is fine, but I don't think it works with Bleach that well. Ichigo doesn't really seem like a Dance Dance Revolution kind of guy. Number 26. Alright, starting to pick up some steam with these songs, man. I love this song. Not only is it nostalgic as hell, right? The final battle against Byakuya and Ichigo's first Bankai. You gotta love it. But Yui stay killing it on the vocals, bro. Rolling Star is one of my favorite Bleach openings for a reason. I just think she has an amazing voice. And once again, it's being put to work here. Wonderfully. This is like the perfect epilogue song for the Soul Society arc. Like, we don't get much Rukia in this ending, to be fair, but the song does talk about leaving the past behind and making the most out of today, which really speaks a lot to Ichigo's mindset, for one, throughout this entire arc, and obviously Rukia finally overcoming all the skeletons in her closet. Sort of. Visually, this ending isn't anything special, but we do get a lot of sun here. Sun glares and sunsets all over the place. You gotta love it. This was made for me. And we also get a little bit of silliness from Kon and Isshin as well. Man, what would these endings be without Kon, bruh? Significantly lacking in humor, if nothing else. Yeah, this ending is pretty sweet. Nothing but bops from here on out. Number 25. And speaking about bops, come on, y'all know what's coming. Everybody say it with me now. This song is an absolute bop. And you know it is. You know this song slaps. I feel like I'm in Kakegurui right now, like about to shuffle some cards. About to roll the dice and bet my entire life savings away. I feel like I'm in a film Gold about to shuck and jive with Gran Tesoro, baby. Yeah. Bleach filler arcs have some slept on bangers, that's all I gotta say. This is from the Shusuke Amagai arc. I don't remember this ending at all, but as soon as I heard it, I fell in love with it. I guess you could call this one of those Ichi Rukia endings where a lot of it is just Rukia sulking and looking to Ichigo to save her from her sadness, which is cool, I guess. Kind of misplaced for this arc, but whatever. What makes this ending really pop for me, though, is the camera work, man. These upward shots of Rukia in the city are really well done. The buildings look so unbelievably tall. There's so much depth being showcased here. And then you got this rotating shot of Ichigo and Rukia as well after the sun comes up. More sun, you gotta love it. This is the sort of artistic flair I would expect from a series like Bleach. Now this is where the video is starting to like, yeah, once again, an absolute bop. Number 24. The cherry blossoms are back, and oh my god, there's so many! My bitrate is having a seizure right now. If I pause it, it looks like this is recorded on like a Tesla parking camera, bruh. Like you can't even, it's just pixels. This entire ending is just a bunch of still images of Gote members sliding towards the camera. Pretty basic, but it's fine because the after effects on these petals are amazing, man. It looks like glowing confetti. I could watch this all day. The song is also a neat little blend of, you know, again, one of those emotional piano ballads like Sakura Biyori, but also like early 2010s pop music. Like the instrumental kind of sounds like something you would hear on an early Justin Bieber album or something. A weird fusion of sounds, but it's working for me. This came towards the end of the Muramasa arc, so again, another one that I don't really remember, but the Sakura petals are enough to make up for that. Just look at them. They're gorgeous. Number 23. I don't know which is better, Rangiku's boobs from ending 10 or Mashiro's ass right here. Damn. Yeah! This ending is a bit of a classic for me, despite, again, still being like, top 25. It's fine. I mean, anything really from the Veronica Shoujo-esque era of Bleach for me are kind of classic because I remember a lot of these episodes from before I was even a hardcore Bleach fan, back when I just used to catch random episodes on Adult Swim late at night because there was nothing else to do after Family Guy went off. This gotta be one of Ikuku's worst fits, man. This ending shows off a bunch of still images of various characters in Bleach, all separated into groups. The Visored group, the Arankar group, the Katakura Town group, and of course the make sure Ichigo doesn't fuck it all up. Oh wait, we also have a chance to be teenagers again group that invaded Ichigo's high school at the beginning. Again, what the fuck is Ikuku's fit? I also really like the camera work here too. It's like, oh look, it's Hiyori there in the back. Hey Hiyori, we're coming towards you. We're coming up. Hold on, Shinji first. Hey, what's good, Shinji? Hold on, camera, not quite. There we go. Hey, what's good, Hiyori? Again, always been one of the most memorable endings for me. The story was slapping around this time, but at the end of the day, this is just a bunch of PNGs on a cool background, isn't it? Number 22. Another very nostalgic opening for me, and the second Sambo Master song for Bleach. It's one of those endings that I didn't immediately remember, but as soon as the song played, all of a sudden I just knew everything word for word. It was like muscle memory, like riding a bike. This entire section here of Rukia and Ichigo in the rain is just catchy as hell, bro. That, and I also just love how the rain looks here. It looks like summer rain, the type of rain that makes the sky yellow afterwards. There's a certain warmth with this entire scene is basically what I'm saying. It might be the song too. The song sounds like real end of the school year music, cheerful and rambunctious. Of course the sun eventually comes out, and then we get this scene of a bunch of the Espada's fracciones, which is pretty interesting. You know, they could have easily just put the top 10 Espada here, but no, it's nice to showcase some of the minor characters for a change. And Ion's there too. He's a giant Kaiju Arankar beast monster. Trust me, you can't miss him. The music is definitely my favorite aspect of this ending, but everything else is still pretty good. Still not anything too crazy, Still not top 20 quite yet, but I mean, I'm just having so much fun right now, man. Are you having fun? Hit the like button if you are. Number 21. This is the ending for the first Bleach movie, Memories of Nobody, and out of all of the movie songs, this one sounds the most like something that could have been used for the main TV anime. It's Aqua Times after all. No matter which series it's for, they always manage to provide, like, I don't know, a certain homeliness with their songs that honestly no other band can, in my opinion. Bleach, Naruto, Gintama, the songs that I often feel the most nostalgic for all the time are always by Aqua Times. And I don't think that's a coincidence. Here we get this static shot of downtown Tokyo, and the level of detail in the art here is already astounding, but as the ending progresses, this shot eventually goes through one full day and night cycle. Till at the end, the next morning on his way to school, Ichigo gives one last reminder of Senna that we aren't sure if he's able to recognize because he, isn't able to remember her. Spoiler alert. And yeah, this entire ending is just really nice. The song is sweet. The visuals are satisfying to watch, and let's be real, anything is better than a black screen. Number 20. Here we have another great isekai ending from Bleach. This time we have Bleach in New York City, and I can't really tell exactly what time period this is supposed to be. Like, some people's clothes look like 90s and early 2000s fashion, where Bleach is kind of based in. But then other people like Wonder Weiss and Lily Net here look like they're dressed from the 1940s. Either way, this is all really creative. My favorite portrayals here would have to be Shunsui as this suave gigolo playboy, Harribel as the perceptive bartender that always has the info that you're looking for, not for free, of course, and then Ukiura as the lone rogue detective. In real life, Ukiura would absolutely be that one emo guy in the trench coat standing alone in the rain. Bro, I don't know what Hanataro did to deserve this treatment, but please, never again. I can never unsee this. Overall, this ending is fun. I've always had this as one of my favorite upbeat endings in all of Bleach. I hear this in my head all the time. Ichigo versus Ukiura is one of my favorite fights in the story, so I run into this ending at least a couple of times every year. Number 19. I don't know. Every time I hear Spire, my brain is just immediately goes straight to Haikyuu. This ending is from around the time the final battle with Aizen was happening. Another ending that I've listened to definitely more than most on this list because I had to watch that Urahara versus Aizen episode and Ichigo versus Gin many times for power scaling reasons. Video coming soon. We start off with a sunset here, so immediately I'm smitten. Until it switches to an aurora night sky with Ichigo running in the background. The stars look great. Then we get some really clean emotes for characters, showing off their Bankai, Resurrection, what may have you, their techniques. Rukia, Renji, Byakuya, Grimmjow, Ukiura, and Neliel, with all the rest of the characters in the background. Ichigo eventually comes back into frame though, and then just keeps running for the rest of the ending. Some might call this generic, and I guess it is, but everything here is executed very well, which is all I really ask for, Of course, the nostalgia, though, and the sun, hey! All of that really helps, too. Number 18. No, not that one. I feel like the original Bleach anime has 3 final endings. You got one that's centered all around Ichigo and his character journey specifically. One that feels like this huge celebration of the series. Well, We'll get to both of those in a little bit. And then you got this one, the one that I guess is supposed to be this bittersweet goodbye. It's one of those, this isn't goodbye, just see you later type of things that lets you down softly, but still definitely puts it into perspective that things are indeed coming to an end. This ending takes Bleach back to its roots, man, focusing on just the Katakura cast, the ones that this entire story began with. I've always loved this grayscale filter on things where the majority of it is just black and white, but you got some color splashes here and there just to make things pop. And the song does indeed slap as well. Aimer ain't no Yui, but excellent singing regardless. Number 17. No, not that one. I don't know who exactly is responsible for this one scene of Rukia walking, but bravo to you, sir. Bravo. On the Rukia tier as well, walking animations are very difficult. Those legs, man. Those legs look scrumdiddly-umptious. Might be the only time in anime where I think I'm attracted to kneecaps. Once again, we start off the ending with a sunset. Yo, I am just being spoiled at this point. This one spends a lot of time with Rukia as she walks around Katakura town in her school uniform disguise, looking all emo and shit, because she probably knows Big Brother will come looking for her soon. Spoiler alert. I feel like the song and the visuals here don't really match. Like, you got all these scenes of Rukia being as melodramatic as possible with what sounds like hippie party music in the background. Hey man, the nostalgia saves it. This song sounds like 2007. Looking at this last scene of Ichigo and Rukia watching the sunset, it's easy to see why the Ichi-Rukia ship was a thing for so long. Number 16. No, not that one. I think I'm gonna stop this joke now. You guys get the point. Nah, this song hits different, man. This hit different. I don't know if it's the singing. It sounds like a hug from my grandma when I was a kid. Like, it hits, bruh. Even if you've never watched Bleach, here we have Ichigo laying in a field of grass as all of his friends in different Arankar appear on screen, while the song speaks about planting seeds for the future and, you know, growing one day, one step at a time. It begins to rain, so Ichigo gets his lazy ass up and then link with the rest of the Kurosakis, and oh my god, boys, we have another sunset. Yo, if this doesn't slow down, I might just have a stroke. And yeah, to be used for a point in the story where we spend so much time in the dark and desolate world of Waco Mundo, this is one of those endings that just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. How could you not love it? Number 15. Boys, oh my god, every time I get a chance to say this, I get so excited. Yo, boys, say it with me now. This song is an absolute bop. At first, I thought this was Lil B, the bass god.
Jimmy Chang, bitch, I think I'm bass god. 30 on my dick, cause I stroke like A-Rod. Nigga, fuck with me, I'ma go AWOL. Bitch, suck my dick hole, I think I'm bass god.
How do the girls say? It's the saxophone for me, man. Top 15 now, and this song is groovy as hell. Once again, one of those songs I could actually hear playing on Ichigo's radio. You think Ichigo listens to lo-fi hip-hop playlists to study and relax to? Little aspects of this ending is a real blast from the past as well, almost like a time capsule. I haven't seen a flip phone with a keychain on it since like 2008. I guess you could call this ending the high school theme. A lot of the scenes here are simple slice of life school stuff, including also Rukia and her two bodyguards, because this was around the time they were sneaking into Ichigo's school at the beginning of the Shusuke Amagai arc. I feel like everybody can sneak into Ichigo's school. The animation here is great, the lighting, the line work is great, all of it. But the song, man, the song is really the shining star of this entire thing. Definitely adding this one to the rotation. Number 14. Like, this has to be the best mod soul ending, right? This ending is just adorable, man. Kawaii desu ne! How could you not sing along to this? The wacky little dances here from everyone too are amazing. Ririn, Kurodo, Noba, Piero was just eating off of the merchandise sales. Yet another phenomenal ending that never gets its proper credit or shine because, one, nobody ever gives a shit about the endings, but more importantly, because it's from another filler arc. The first ending of the Bount arc, to be exact, which is pretty good, to be fair, the Bount arc. It's endings like this that makes it very hard to believe Ichigo's supposed to be a 16-year-old. Here, he looks like Ichigo's face on a Vin Diesel body. A lot of this ending also shows off a bunch of the Bounts too because, well, obviously. Yeah, man, this is another one of my favorite upbeat endings from Bleach. The song's been stuck in my head for like 2 weeks. The Bount arc is weirdly nostalgic because it's a filler arc, but it is still early Bleach. But above all else, man, it's just kawaii as hell. Number 13. Finally, here we are now at my favorite movie ending by the one and only Porno Graffiti. This is the ending to the third Bleach movie, Fade to Black, and it should be top 10, but alas, it is still a movie ending. Still though, at least we get something here, right? Like, it's not just totally a black background, silhouettes of a bunch of different Shikai and even some Bankai just floating in and out of frame, each with a different color. Hey, like I said, better than nothing. They got Ryujin Jaka here, Yamamoto Zanpakuto, and let me tell you, bruh, the silhouetted flames look incredible. The Ashisogi Jizo head, though, will forever haunt my nightmares. But no, this song alone is easily top 10 for me. One of my favorite Porno Graffiti songs. I like it way better than Anima Rosa, and I really like that opening. Fade to Black is quite the welcomed Rukia-based movie as well. Like I said, it's either Hellverse or this when it comes to my go-to Bleach movies. I love this movie. And the ending credits slap. Number 12. Well, this ending has the benefit of being the Mugetsu ending, doesn't it? You all know the episode where Aizen finally gets defeated. But after an episode like that, it doesn't really matter what the ending was going to be. It was going to be remembered forever. This is another one of those retrospective type of endings where we just see a series of moments, you know, with Ichigo and his family and friends in the world of the living. The animation is clean as hell here, man. Is it just me or does Tatsuki look thick as fuck in this one scene? Yeah! The flower petals in this one scene of Ichigo and his crew. The sun immediately afterwards. You gotta love these sunsets, man. All of these reanimated scenes of past Bleach moments with Ichigo doing Soul Reaper stuff. I guess I'm not crazy about the song. It's one of those, you know, it's the end of a long journey. Let's just kick back and reflect on all of our greatest moments. It's one of those types of songs. It's fine, but I wouldn't rank it above other endings that I've already talked about, like Orange or My Pace. I really just put this ending here because of the animation, for one, beautiful, and also because episode 307 to 309 of Bleach is some of the greatest shit ever. Peak Bleach. Number 11. Bro, these false build-ups at the start of the song, it gives me anxiety, and I love this shit. This song is honestly perfect for Orihime being held captive inside of Las Noches. All of her hope and optimism just being crushed by Ukiura constantly. This man was a menace. Like, all she wants to do is go back to Katakura Town and hang out with her friends after school like normal, but she can't. Her bedroom is empty. Their homeroom at school is empty. And here we have Orihime all alone in this dark castle, in this dark-ass world, left only to stare at the moon in the distance all day, waiting for Ichigo to make a miracle happen. Depression! You gotta love it. Ichigo's first confrontation with Grimmjow, Aizen and the rest of the Espada making moves in the shadows to prepare for the impending war, and of course, Ukiyo acquiring Orihime and her abilities for Aizen in his grand scheme. Honestly, the DVD cover for this season of Bleach, Season 7, it makes for a great piece of artwork for this song. This ending did kinda spoil Orihime's capture because it shows her in prison inside of Las Noches before Ukiyo came to get her, but hey man, that doesn't take away from this ending being an incredible start to the Hueco Mundo arc. Number 10. Continuing on with the emo Orihime endings, this was the ending used for the Turn Back the Pendulum arc. And also the beginning of Fate Karakura Town, but nobody cares about that. Turn Back the Pendulum, bro. I mean, there's a whole section of this dedicated to all those characters from this arc a whole 100 years before the actual Bleach story began. Of course, Kisuke Urahara, back when he was the captain of the 12th Division, free my boy Mayuri, he ain't do nothing, and all of the Visors prior to being forcibly holified by Aizen against their will. Shinji, Love, Kensei, all the former captains. This one scene of Lisa and a young Nanao was especially kawaii, but the real MVP of this ending, man, this scene of Orihime on a swing set, doing her best Naruto impression while people walk by in the distance. Out of all the sunsets we've had in this video so far, I think this is the best one. Any of these shots of Orihime singing along to the song Laying in Flowers, beautiful. And then to top it all off, Turn Back the Pendulum is one of the greatest flashback arcs in all of shonen. This ending is nothing short of top tier all around the board. Number 9. This is not the Bluebird you might be thinking of. Definitely not, because this wasn't ruined by Disney XD.
And now, here's a special sneak peek of the brand new Disney XD series, Naruto Shippuden.
And actually, Bleach is the one under the Disney umbrella now. Huh. Funny how that works. You know, to be honest, I think out of all of the big three, Bleach is the only one that's never really been ruined by American television. I mean, the dub ain't perfect by any means, but between Viz and Adult Swim, Bleach definitely got some respect. This is basically the Ichigo and Uryu ending. I think we've reached the tier of endings that kind of sound like openings. We start off with a bunch of accessories falling from the sky, Ichigo's substitute Shinigami badge, Orihime's hairpin, Uryu's Quincy pendant thing, until the sun rises behind Uryu, and boy, you gotta love it. And then basically this ending is just a tribute to the main squad, the Katakura division, if you will. And these are just some incredible set pieces, man. Uryu and Chad in what I think is meant to be snow. I hope it's snow. Don Guy Ichigo with his hilt in the background that I think I may have to censor for this video, I'm not sure. This is the only ending or opening with Mugetsu Ichigo in it, so bonus points for that. It then switches to this scene of Ichigo just walking away, with the Saihete in the background to mirror the earlier scene of Uryu, and that is incredibly satisfying. This opening is goated! Once again, the filler arcs get all the best endings. Nobody remembers the Doppelganger arc. Number 8. Now this is greatness right here, man. This is early 2000s anime greatness right here. Yeah, Kenichi, Death Note, Gurren Lagann, bro. Yo, 2007 was goated. And to make this ending even cooler, there's a different version for each squad in the Gote 13. Oh boy. Some of my favorites gotta be the 6th Division, for one. This jump dodge here from Renji is especially clean. Byakuya looking cold as hell. The second division is crazy. Just looking at this battle between Yoruichi and Soifon, you gotta love it. The 11th division, without a doubt, bro. Without a doubt. Look at this squad photo at the end. Look at the gang. And then the 5th division is kind of cool too. This one hits after the episode where Aizen fakes his death. Poor Momo. Every single one of them, though, have really smooth animation. And even the ones that don't have that much movement in it, it's still some gorgeous character art, let me tell you. Yeah, just a really cool way to introduce each division of the Gote 13 as we continue to unravel layer after layer of the history and the corruption that lies within the Saihete. It was going crazy. It get deep. Number 7. This is unmistakably one of the best looking endings in all of Bleach. Yo, these still images of the entire Gote 13 are awesome. Toshiro looking like an absolute stud right here, man. In fact, I apologize for the disrespect. Sorry, Captain Hitsugaya. Yeah, caught up in the heat of battle looking awesome, bro. This animation here, this like delay frame rate effect, really reminds me of the first ending from Attack on Titan. It gives it that fairy tale storybook kind of aesthetic, you know? It's really quite satisfying. But no, this scene here of Orihime walking up to Ichigo in this ruined city with the sunset! The sunset! It's incredible. This ending is perfect for the battle in Fate Karakura Town. Sounds very much like endgame music. Again, like an opening, almost. I can't help but think of Zangetsu every time I listen to this song, man. It's telling you to listen to it, Ichigo! Ichigo learning how to properly communicate with his Zanpakuto around this time, you know? The Vasto Lorde form, the final Getsuga training. It's the symbolism! Overall, just a really pretty ending for a very hype section of the story with the song to match. You gotta love it. Number 6. One of the first things that popped into my head when I initially started thinking about making this video. This is a classic, man. Classic Bleach vibes right here. Anime just don't got that feeling like this anymore, man. I haven't seen the Bounce arc in years, since like 2019, but I can never seem to get this song out of my head. It's always there, lurking. Props to the singing, of course, but I think it's the harmonica here that really does it for me, man. Absolutely sensational. The crazy thing is the visuals here are as simple as can be. Just a bunch of still images of Bleach characters close up and then also in front of a white screen. But hey, it doesn't really need to be anything more when you got a slap like this on your hands, am I right? All the way at the end, we have this top-down view of the main, I guess, female Bleach cast organized in a circle. And I think I just nutted. From the music, obviously, why is Yoruichi in lingerie? She's the only one. That's weird. Nah, yo, this song slaps. I mean, how many times I gotta say it? Probably my favorite Ikomonogatari song. Yes, even over Bluebird. Man, I'm just petty. Number 5. I feel like Saihete does a phenomenal job at recreating the same type of energy that the first Bleach ending does, kind of encapsulating the entire story into a song. Saihete speaks a lot about, you know, being beaten down, broken beyond belief, but never giving up, persevering through this eternal tussle with fate until this ideal existence is finally manifested. It's an oddly motivational ending that starts off pretty grim with the deep bass and the whisper singing. It's kind of creepy, but eventually brightens up by the end by the help of some really poppy drum patterns. Here we pan across a long collage of a bunch of different Zanpakuto with Zangetsu all the way at the end on top of a mountain of bodies. That's hard. Not only can you feel all the lingering results of battle here, just like the despair, the death and destruction, but again, the subject of perseverance for this song. It could be used for the Shinigami or the Quincy, depending on which side of this 1,000-year-long battle you agree with. Honestly, I couldn't have asked for a better ending song for the war arc. And then there's also that version with all the original Gote 13 from the first war 1,000 years ago. Yeah, this shit is fire. Dark and depressing, but also something you can bop to. Number 4.
Nobody knows who I really am. I never felt.
From the most recent Bleach ending to the first Bleach ending. Just like HANABI, man. One of the first things that immediately popped into my head and pretty much inspired this entire video. Nobody knows who I really am. Ooh! Pretty much the entire plot of Bleach in song form. The entire song is about fate and how it's like an ocean. Life, of course, being the boat that you use to sail through it. And the part where it talks about the moon guiding you through the sea. Once it cycles, renews. Also with Ichigo on screen. His Zanpakuto, Zangetsu, literally translates to slaying moon. Getsuga Tensho, Moon Fang Heaven Piercer. This is amazing. An ending that's just chock full of various references to themes and concepts discussed all throughout Bleach. It also sounds weirdly final. Like this could work just as great as the last ending to Bleach. But even that, in a way, kind of makes it the perfect first ending too. The end is the beginning of the end, and all that stuff. Ichigo starting his journey to shatter fate. You know, you get it. And can we just talk about these spirit ribbons for a second, bro? My God, the glow effect! Incredible. Not one of the flashiest endings out there, but in terms of symbolism, second to none. Absolutely iconic. Number 3. This ending feels like one of those real avant-garde character commentaries from, you know, those like really artsy art school students. Mad metaphors here is what I'm saying. Once again, Aqua Times comes through with the nostalgia, man. For the final ending of OG Bleach, I do still feel like another one surpasses it just a little bit. But this is still really cool. I mean, let's get into it. Here we see a faceless Ichigo, trapped in the dark with the rain and all these other emo things popping up on his cell phone until a light appears at the end of his tunnel with all of his friends waiting for him on the other side. Bro, the animation in this ending is next level. Just look at the shoes. Look at the shoes, man. Orihime then points out a rainbow in the sky that looks like a smile and makes everyone take pictures of it and send them to Ichigo, which ends up brightening his day, both figuratively and literally. All the colors! This is just a really sweet ending in every aspect, man. The song sounds like the ending to a movie. The animation is top notch. Even though the Fullbring arc was cheeks in the anime, it does still make me miss those OG Bleach days, you know? 10 out of 10, man. Instantly top 5, if not for the visual concept alone. Number 2. I mean, come on, bro. You know what this is, bro. Why is this band so fire, yo? Call me biased, but if you've seen any of my Naruto videos, then you know how much I love this band. Pinocchio, Jitensha, they do not miss, bro. Easily top 10, top 5, top 3. If you ask me. It's another upbeat Bleach ending. You know what that means. The fits are back. Soy phone in a maid outfit? Yes, please. Toshiro looking pretty sturdy as well. Not gonna lie. I'm getting like real Riley Freeman energy here from the Boondocks. Don't know why. But no, without a doubt, the absolute best part of this ending is this Ichigo running scene. I've recently started my journey, you know, learning animation this year. And one day, I hope to create a running animation, even a quarter as clean as this. Just look at it, man. Oh my God. And it goes on for so long. And the clouds moving in the sky, bro. In the sky. Look at this sky. Come on. It's actually absurd how good this is. I could talk about this all day. With the best part of the song slapping in the background. Yo, this is goosebumps, man. It gets me every time. And that brings us to... But first, top 10 worst and best fits. Let's go. All right, now it's time for number 1. Oh, what could it be? Whether it's the type of song it is, you know, this early 2010s punk rock kind of reminds me of bands like I Wrestled a Bear Once and like early Paris. Whether it's the subject of the song here, speaking out against oppression and other societal pressures, you know, that try and limit the potential of what you can be, putting you in a box and all that kind of stuff. Whether it's the studio going above and beyond and having every version of this ending being based around a different Bleach character. I just love it, man. I love it. This ending speaks to me on a different level. The visuals here ain't crazy, just a bunch of highlight reels of moments throughout the story. But even that is just like, that is hard. They cut between scenes pretty quickly too, so it makes the ending really feel like it's moving at 100 miles an hour. Some of my favorites are Grimmjow's version. It shows a lot about Ichigo's holification training and Orihime leaving with Ulquiorra, which I think really works with the song. Urahara's version, because it's basically just the turn back the pendulum arc. Recap version. Ulquiorra's is pretty hard. He's always been one of my favorite characters in the series. Aizen, because he's also one of my favorite characters in the series. And seeing this chopped up version of the fake Katakura Town battle is just, yo, you gotta love it. The memories! And then also Ichigo and Rukia's shared ending because, well, it really just does tie it all together, doesn't it? This ending was celebrating 10 years of the Bleach manga, and let me tell you, they definitely did it right. Why do the filler arcs get the best endings? And why is everything titled Haruka Kanata immediately fire? And that was every Bleach ending ranked from worst to best. Finally, we're done the big 3, except for Boruto. We don't acknowledge Boruto. We'll get to it one of these days. Hey man, all I really got left to say is thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment below what your favorite song is. Let me know what you want to see me rank next. And I mean, who else is excited for Chord 2 of the 1,000-Year Blood War? I am. And it's my birthday month. Me and Ichigo's birthday month. Oh, this summer about to be lit. Sun time! Oh, and make sure to watch the opening video too.
Please!
If it's me, I apologize. I'm just high. So sometimes I just emphasize. I'm just shy, so I really need to emphasize. After this performance, check my vitals, make sure that I'm still alive. Cause I give it all,